On behalf of our entire Essex County College family, I want to wish you and yours a happy and healthy holiday season. And make sure you don't miss the next Essex County College Education Forum TV show coming your way.
Welcome to Essex County College's Community Education Forum TV series. Now here's your host, Mr. Alfred Bundy.
Welcome to Essex County College's Community Education Forum. I'm your host, Alfred Bundy, and the Executive Director of Institutional Advancement here at the college. Our first guest on today's Community Education Forum is the President of Essex County College's Phi Theta Kappa Honor Society, the Alpha Theta Theta chapter. She is a Newark resident. Please welcome one of our ECC scholars, Miss Angela Anokye-Boateng. Welcome.
Hello. Thank you.
First you got to tell me how you got here to Essex County College. I mean, what led you here?
Okay, so before I start, thank you for the opportunity to be on here. So what led me here was my enthusiastic behavior to get back in education and back to school. So
were you out working for a while?
I was out working for a while.
And I heard a few minutes ago you're a businesswoman. So tell us about your business real quick.
So I own a home care staffing agency.
Great.
Where I deploy home health aides, CNAs, and nurses out to clients in need.
Oh, that's so great. What's your major?
My major is computer science at Essex County.
Now, is that going to help you with your business?
It will not. It's a different path.
Okay. Are you becoming diversified?
You could say that.
How did you get involved in Phi Theta Kappa?
I received an invitation. Okay. So Phi Theta Kappa is not one of just the regular clubs in the ECC. This club, you need to have a certain GPA.
That's correct.
And a certain uphold of self to be able to join. And when you're gracious enough, like I was, you receive an invitation and then henceforth. Yeah,
people need to understand this is mostly made up of many of our high academic achieving students. Most of them are considered honor students. What do you like best about the chapter here and the mission of Phi Theta Kappa?
The chapter has taught me a lot that I cannot actually just pinpoint what I like best about it. But I think I love more the leadership aspect of it. It has helped me even in business-wise, even as my major here is not even in relation to my business right now. It has helped me improve on my leadership. Skills.
Nice.
Yeah.
Now, I know all the chapters always have some type of project. What project are this group doing?
So this year, it's very fun. It's called the Art and Science of Play. That's the topic.
Art and Science of Play.
Yeah.
All right. And what's that about?
So basically, we're supposed to find the essence of play and kind of define it in our own way, how it affects us as scholars.
Yeah, you talk about like having fun play.
Yeah.
Okay, and why is that important?
I think it's very important because as an honor student, and even I think the people that are not can relate that sometimes when you're in school, actually most times, you're in for the academics. You want to get a certain GPA and get out, right? But we forget to think the essence and importance of play. Hard work and play. I think we mostly just say, all work and no play makes Jack the dull boy or whatever, but we really never play.
Right.
Because I think being in here, I've realized that there's a lot of people from different cultures, and half the people in here are working and schooling at the same time. So there's really no time to play at all, even if you may. But yeah.
All right, so how are you interjecting the art of play in our chapter and for the students?
For a start, last semester we started during our meeting times where we're supposed to be actually doing research and writing papers and all that. We were playing games.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
We know.
Is this Candy Crush and stuff like that?
No, actually, it's more. I think we're improving our social skills too.
Okay.
While we're doing that, because it has nothing to do with our phones. We have Uno cards out.
Nice. So in other words, you're getting away from the electronics for a minute.
Yes. So that's actually another way to look at it.
I like that. As a matter of fact, you know, most folks, well, we won't talk about the cell phone right now. Listen, we're coming back from the pandemic. Is PTK like in person or is it virtual? How's it?
Right now, it's in person.
It's in person.
I have a lot of members who are online. So we do projects where you can join. You have the option to join on Zoom. However, when you do join in Zoom, we want inclusion. You have to communicate with us. You can't just stay on it for being on the stage because you have to be inside it.
Tell me, how was it for you? How was this pandemic, and as far as trying to just deal with it and cope? What was it like for you?
For me personally, in terms of not even PTK, I was an officer, but I wasn't the president yet.
Right.
Personally, it affected me a lot because I lost a lot of people that were close to me. And like I said, I mentioned I worked in a health setting, so it was very hard to do it. But I'm glad we're over it.
Well, we're not really over COVID. I think we need to say that, but we're over the pandemic. I think
are.
That's a good way to put it.
That's
Was learning even more a challenge, taking classes?
Learning was more challenging because I'm an extrovert. I'd rather talk in class and ask my questions. Online, you unmute yourself and somebody else is already talking. I had one professor who kept everyone muted.
Kept everybody muted, so that didn't help you at all.
No, it didn't.
I know you guys have a national conference, and so what's this national PTK look like this year, and where's it at?
So internationally, I think we had most of the
International.
fun.
Let me get it right. It's international. Go ahead.
We had most of our fun this year. I think our last meeting was on October 8th nationally and regionally, actually, for that matter. But I think we're done for the year, and everything else starts between February and March next year. However, our chapter itself has a induction ceremony coming up November 10th, 5 p.m. to 7.
And that's going to be right here on campus.
It will be right here on campus, actually right in this hall, the Smith Hall.
All right. One main goal, one main objective you want to make sure you achieve as part of your legacy as the president of PTK at Essex County College.
That is a very tough question, I'd say, because I came in when we were getting over the pandemic. So my successor, the one I took the position, well, the one that handed the baton over to me, she had to do a lot of stuff online. And I am the first one back on campus and in person. So my goal is to get our membership very active and interested in it. And I think the theme for this year helps out with that a lot.
What's that theme?
The art and science of play.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
I think it helps a lot with that aspect because, we're meeting as scholars, but we're not meeting we do research in that process, but we take time to play. So
I know you're a businesswoman.
Yes,
Your
sir.
leadership skills are getting better.
Yes, sir.
Okay, you got your degree. You're getting a degree in computers. Look down that in your crystal ball. 5 years from now, what's it look like? What's Angela going to be doing 5 years from now? What's that look like?
5 years from now, Angela is successful in her business. Angela is the best data scientist in New Jersey.
Okay.
And Angela is content.
Oh, Angela's happy.
Yeah.
Well, you made us happy for joining us today. Thank you so much for being here. Don't you go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Essex County College kickstarted my career. The professors were a perfect fit and they challenged me. And today, I work as a software engineer. Essex County College was central to my success. They had my back. Who has yours? Be sure to check out Essex County College today. Your career begins here. You may qualify to attend college tuition free. Visit essex.edu.
Welcome back to Essex County College's Community Education Forum. I'm your host, Alfred Bundy. Our next guest was Essex County College's valedictorian in the class of 2015. He is the recipient of the prestigious Jack Kent Cooke Foundation Transfer Scholarship. He is currently Essex County College's Alumni Liaison Officer. Please welcome our special guest, Mr. Ernest Dimbo. Welcome.
Thank you so much for having me today.
Tell us just a little bit about your educational journey, your path that led you back here to work.
So I started here at Essex County College 2013, where I studied biology. And subsequently, I graduated as a valedictorian. And I was able to get the Jack and Cooke scholarship that allowed me to go to Boston University to complete my education. While I was there, I studied a biology degree.
Is that what you majored in?
Yes, that's what I majored
Fantastic.
in. And then afterwards, I decided to go to the University of Cambridge, and I got my master's in sociology.
And by the way, let's get this clear. You didn't go to Cambridge up in Boston, because I made that mistake. You actually went to the University of Cambridge in England, which is the kind of the sister organization to Oxford. Am I correct?
Yes, you are correct.
Probably one of the highest, best academic institutions in the world. Listen, what I want to see if you could recall maybe one thing you said in your valedictorian speech here back in 2015. What's one point that you made that you can recall?
It's been so long. It's been more than 7 years. But I think I said something along the lines of, dedication, determination, perseverance.
You don't remember one key point that you made?
I think it's anything that I did communicate well was, regardless of how much you knock down, you stand up. I think that's it.
Oh, wow. You get back up. Yeah, no matter how much you knock down, you get back up. Hey, well, they actually made a song about that. So, so that's a great message. Share with our audience your current assignment here at Essex County College. What are your responsibilities? What do you do here as the Alumni Liaison Officer?
So I am the Alumni Liaison Officer. Like, my job overall is to build the alumni community, and that involves working with Essex County College alumni and the overall members and trying to build a relationship with the college. So, my primary goals are to kind of like foster, to build relationships between the school and the students and, the alumni overall.
Well, that's so important, and you graduated from several other institutions, and the value of alumni. What types of things do you think the alumni can give to this college from your background?
A lot of things. The experience, the mentorship to the students, the support. Students need to be able to see people that have been where they've been through and how far they've gone. I think more than anything, I do think the alumni has, the ability to motivate the current students to be able to push beyond what they think that they can do.
So they can be role models and motivators.
Exactly.
Excellent. Maybe tell us some of the plans that you have. I know you work very closely with the alumni board, which is actually kind of an elected group, but you are kind of their administrator and director of a lot of their activities. What's some of the plans for the Alumni Association in the next few months?
I think the first thing I'm trying to do is actually spread awareness, to raise awareness that we are here, we have a presence for you. That's the first thing. And I think overall we're trying to reconnect the alumni back. And I'm trying to do that through various avenues, however way that I can, in person, at events, whatever way possible. I think secondly, I think we're trying, to plan something called the Alumni Day, where alumni can sort of come back here and can contribute to the overall feeling of this building. So I think that's something that is still kind of in the works and still being discussed and planned.
I know you and I have also discussed things like the Memory Project, and you also have discussed things like A Day in the Life. Tell me how those projects work.
Well, those projects, for example, the Memories Project and the Day in the Life Project, it's kind of like to celebrate the alumni and their journey overall, to kind of stoke fond memories that they've had of our institution, that when people pick them up, they are able to, think back at the moment when they were here and the fond memories they have. So I think it's basically to celebrate them and, to show them to the world of what have come out of our building.
Anything special the alumni is planning for the holiday season?
Oh yes, the Alumni Association board are always busy. They are trying as much as they can to support the college in every way. And I think, for the next 2 months, there are a couple of projects that they have ongoing. For one, they have the Thanksgiving food giveaway in conjunction with the student life and activities. They're trying to give away food, to help support the overall community that we have here.
Nice.
And also there is the Angel Project, organized by an alumni that actually works here. And, it's kind of like the Angel, toy workshop or gift workshop, where we organize gifts and give to, students that have families and things like that, students that have kids.
So you get surprise gifts
Yes.
during the special time of the season. Many people call our holiday time. That's a great idea. How important is it to have a vibrant alumni association at a college?
I think it's very important. The alumni basically have, a lot of power, a lot of influence in some way. And I think, they are, the products of a college. So it's very important, not just to the college and the efforts that they're trying to support, But, on the departmental level and the student level, like I mentioned earlier, the source of motivation for the students, the source of like support for the department is very invaluable. And I think that's something that we really need to focus on and delve into grow.
I'm sure they're a very rich resource. People probably don't know that in our 50-year history now, we're close to about 40,000 graduates who are alumni all over the country, all over the world, doing all types of things. Now, if someone wanted to contact you, an alumni out there is listening, or somebody wants to reach out to you, what's the best way to contact Ernest?
To be honest with you, the best way, I'm always in the building 9 to 5, Monday to Friday. My office is at 41208. It's on the 4th floor, and I can be reached via email at edimbo, edimbo @essex.edu, or through my extension at 3278.
Okay, and we're going to try to post all that up. We're going to show that so people can see that. Ernest, I certainly want to thank you for being with us. One message you just want to give students who go here as an alumni yourself, what's one message you would like to leave with our students?
I think the most important thing I'll tell you is, your dream. Do not give up on your dream. Whatever vision you have, do not dampen it down, regardless of any obstacle or any barrier that you're facing. Just keep persevering. It will definitely pay off.
I think that's a wonderful message. And I want to thank you so much, Ernest, for joining us on this show. Before we go to break, take a look at the Essex County College Alumni Corner and meet James Spivey from the class of 2020. Essex County College made a difference in his life. He's now making a difference in the world. Check this out. Welcome back to Essex County College's Community Education Forum. I'm your host, Alfred Bundy. Our next guest is the Executive Director of LEEP, which stands for Law and Education Empowerment Project. To talk about this interesting educational initiative is its Executive Director, Mr. Matthew Feinstein. Welcome.
Thank you very much.
Listen, I want you to share with our audience or tell them what LEEP is, how it works, maybe its goals. Talk to us.
Absolutely. So LEEP, we are an out-of-school time college access and success program. So what that means is we work with students starting the summer after 5th grade throughout all of middle school, high school, and college to help them prepare for, graduate from high school, and then matriculate onto college. And then once they're in college, we actually support them in their transition into college and then their transition from college into career.
Now, what are you sharing or giving a student in the 5th grade? What do they actually receive?
So starting the summer after 5th grade, what we do with our students is a couple things. We do STEM, so they're doing a science, technology, education, engineering, or math program, as well as English language arts, ELA skill development. But we also do something called social emotional learning and skill development, and then project-based learning as well. So one of the things that's really important for us is helping our students learn how to collaborate, partner with their classmates. And one of the other things is we really try to take a social justice lens to our work. So that very first summer, our students do a pitch competition where they're pitching folks on pick a company, pitch them on why they should bring their global headquarters to Newark. If it sounds familiar, that's because we pulled it from the headlines of the Amazon HQ2 process. And we want our students to feel a sense of pride in their community. So that's a lot of the work that we do with our students starting.
All right. And give me some things that helps them have pride, because that's sounds corny, but it's so important.
Absolutely.
So important.
So one of the things we want our students to see is all of the beautiful things that their community, Newark, has to offer. Top of the line college, colleges and universities, like we're sitting in today.
This is actually a college town. People
Exactly.
don't recognize
Absolutely
that.
is. You have access to transit all over the world. You have, I think, one of the best fiber optic communities in the country. The rich diversity of cultures that exist in this community.
From Ironbound to the North Wall.
Absolutely. You have everything you could possibly want in this community, and we want our students to feel that sense of pride in where they're starting their lives.
Now, do you actually take them to exposure events? Like, do you get a chance to go to maybe a great Portuguese restaurant in Ironbound. Do you do that?
So we would love to do that. We do not yet, but one of the things we do is we take the students to the Newark Museum. We want them to see some of these anchor cultural institutions that exist here, the Newark Library, places like that, to really make sure they know what this community has to offer.
What should people who are watching know about your students? What is it so unique that you want them to?
So I think this is it's an interesting question to me, because on the one hand, I think our students are so special. They're incredible. The tenacity they bring, the investment they bring to their lives and their careers is exceptional. But on the other hand, the thing I think about is that there are thousands of students like that here in this community and other communities like Newark. And I think one of the things that makes our students special is who they are as people and individuals. But I also think about the fact that there are so many other students who have something special within them that don't yet have access to those types of opportunities.
Tell me some of the schools that you have involved.
So we have students from about 25, 30 different schools throughout Newark. We have students from Eastside High School, from Technology High School, Arts, Payne Tech, Science Park High, St. Vincent Academy.
Now, are you picking the best students who are already kind of have it made?
So I think our students are the best, but we're a heterogeneous model. So what we do is we're not just taking students who have the best grades from the most competitive high schools in the area. What we're looking for is students who are working towards accomplishing their goals, but they might not yet have access to those opportunities. If you look at all the data out there, students who are first-generation college going, students who are lower income, students who have been systematically excluded from the types of opportunities that I had as a birthright, those students are going to be less likely to go to and graduate from college. But it's not because of a lack of desire. It's not because of a lack of intellect or ability. It's because of a lack of opportunity.
Access.
Exactly.
Talk to me about self-esteem. I mean, so often, they're still developing self-esteem with a confidence that's not strong. Well, what do you do to boost their self-esteem?
So I think it can be, I think in the absence of hope and in the absence of clarity of where you're trying to go, of how you're going to get there, it can be really easy to believe that it doesn't matter. And so one of the things that we do, we talk a lot about self-efficacy. And what we want our students to see is the clear path from where they are today to where they want to get in their lives. And I think that's one of the reasons why it was wonderful for us to actually have programming here this summer on campus at Essex County College, because it allowed our students to actually see themselves, to be in a college environment, and I think that's just critical.
Let's talk a little bit more about the summer experience here at Essex County College. Tell us what that day was like, or what a student did while they were here at the college.
So we actually, I could take up the whole hour talking about all the things that our students did, but I'll give a little bit of an overview, which is each of our classes do something different. So our rising 6th graders, 7th graders, 8th graders, all 4 of our high school classes, they're doing something different. So our middle school students, I mentioned before, STEM, ELA, project-based learning. Our high school students are freshmen. They're doing a mock trial preparation and competition. Our sophomores did a week on the job. So a lot of local corporate anchor partners from Prudential, PSEG, McCarter and English, a lot of the law firms here in Newark. But we also, our juniors are doing ACT prep, our seniors college access work. And the idea is it scaffolds up, it builds up from the time they're 11 years old to the time they're 17 years old, so that we're helping them each step of the way prepare themselves for that next phase of their journey.
Wow. I mean, listen, it sounds like a great program. How does someone connect with you or find out more about NJ-LEEP?
Sure. So you can go to our website, www.njleep.org. Or you can just Google us, NJ-LEEP, L-E-E-P, not L-E-A-P, L-E-E-P, and you can reach out to us directly. All of our contact information is there. But one of the things that we try to be very intentional about doing is create all sorts of opportunities for volunteerism engagement. We are an organization that exists in Newark. We are serving students from Newark and other similar communities around here. But we exist in Essex County. And one of the things I think that's really interesting about Essex County is, look, I grew up in Milburn, Short Hills. It's one of the most privileged enclaves that exists in the country, but it's under 10 miles away from where we're sitting right now. And we want to create opportunities for interaction, for connection, for engagement from those folks, from those different communities, in a way that is mutually healthy, mutually respectful, and beneficial to all parties.
And plus, it's just a richness. I mean,
Exactly.
for them to have this involvement, this tapestry in their life, it creates them to be a more well-rounded individual.
Exactly.
We're out of time, but before we go, you mentioned they volunteer.
Yep.
Talk to me real quick about something or a volunteer project they've been involved in before we go.
Absolutely. So so one of the things we did recently was mock interviews for our college seniors. Our high school seniors. All of our seniors are applying to colleges, and part of that process is the college interview. So we actually recruit about 30 volunteers who worked with our students on Zoom to help them prepare for those interviews, to make sure that our students go in there feeling comfortable and confident.
Listen, Matt, we're going to have you back and talk more, but we got to go.
Thank you very much for your time.
I want to thank you so much, Mr. Feinstein, for joining us on this forum. You've been watching Essex County College's Community Education Forum. If you'd like to have more information on the Essex County College itself, visit our website at essex.edu. And to catch any of our community education forum shows, check us out on Facebook or YouTube. I'm your host, Alfred Bundy. We'll see you next time.
You've been watching Essex County College's Community Education Forum. For more information on Essex County College, visit essex.edu. To catch any of our Community Education Forum shows, check out Facebook or YouTube. We'll see you next time.